thank you, Cheryl, Elizabeth, and Kerri, for sharing your gifts with us. It's a real treat and moving. And do you have a word more that you can say about when else you do this or other contexts in which you share?
We have business cards back at the back and also a little paper with an email sign-up sheet if you'd like to write your name and email address down and be on our email list. And if you want us to come down here, we're more than happy to come and put on a sound healing meditation sometime. We'd love to. I love Bellingham. I love coming down here.
It's beautiful. And thank you so very much for all your kindness and generosity and a way of guiding people to peace and harmony in our lives. Because if we don't have it inside of us, how can we ever expect someone else to have it? So please be blessed.
Yeah, thank you again.
For the people watching online, did you mention your website where they can find you?
Oh, yeah. Mine is crystal-healing.ca. Crystal-healing, all lowercase, all one word, .ca.
And mine is spirityogaonline.com. Thank you.
Thank you.
And, well, this brings us to the end of our event for today. Let's thank Kerri again for all she's put into making this happen. It's always, to anyone who's ever put on an event, it's always a ton of work, way more than it looks, rounding people up and putting together all the logistics and details. And it's also a huge piece of putting yourself out there. So thank you for being willing to put yourself out there in order to bring people together around peace and justice in the community. So thank you. Thank you to all of you who are still here, and for those who are no longer present, we send out thank you thoughts to you for coming through this space. Any of you who are joining us online, thank you for tuning in. Thank you to all the volunteers and the speakers and the performers who've made this event what it is and have come out here and shared their gifts and also their visions and their missions with their organizations. Is there anybody specifically, or that will be when you get it? Tomorrow's event begins at 1. Kristen Tibbetts will begin the day with an earth blessing. Resources will follow her with a panel discussion on the coal train issue. And Chuckanuck Conservatory will present next, and Rock Solomon will close the event with live entertainment. So between Resources and Chuckanuck Conservancy, some groups that are doing some real foundational work around the coal train issue and other activist land management issues in the community. This evening, we got a concert going on tonight as well. 8 o'clock, 3 bands, Oleo, Keaton Collective, and Trees and Stars. So come back. Here's Kerri. And Heather.
Hello. Basically, I'm talking to all of you who helped us create this event, and it's been amazing. First of all, a very special thank to Matt for hosting this event. You were fantastic. Yes, really wonderful. I love it. Awesome. And thank you to Kerri. I couldn't have done this event without you. You have no idea what you've meant to this whole process, so this is fantastic. And I wanted to just let everybody know a little bit about how this began, and it began with a good friend of mine, Lynn Hazelden, in London, and she's a real big peace person. She's peaceinourlifetime.org, and she introduced me to Stephen from Peace Day TV, who I have been able and blessed to work with, and we have been doing a lot of live streaming events, and it's really exciting. And then Stephen introduced me to John Nelson, who was doing Live Peace International, so thank you, John. And then I was working with a landmark education program, the SELP, and they said, hey, you got to do a project. So I joined forces with all these wonderful people, and this is the project. It's Live Peace International with the Bellingham area, and I couldn't have done it without my greatest asset, Tenzin Kernan. I love you very much, honey. Thank you for running the live streaming all day and being available all morning to do all these things. And we've had a lot of amazing sponsors, too. We've had just people who came out and volunteered their time and their energy, which is everybody you've seen here today. Kerri, there's Mel Damsky. He bought us food to make sure we were all eating, and the Farm to Market Bakery did not have time to do this, and they did it. And they made sure that we were fed when I showed up today, and it was amazing, and they got me out the door. So thank you, Farm to Market Bakery in Edison. It was fabulous. Everybody was really happy, and they're going to feed us again tomorrow, so thank you, Mel, for that, too. And Jeff from Sustainable Bellingham has been volunteering all day, along with Drew Caldwell and Rock Solomon and so many people. I just cannot thank you all enough. I really appreciate Kelly Linville showing up and many other friends, and I can't remember and thank you all, but I definitely love and peace to you all, and we'll keep doing this work so that we provide peaceful relations in our community and our friends and our world. So blessed all of you. And go ahead.
Thank you, Heather. I just wanted to go over the people who did volunteer, because even though I was putting the event on, it really couldn't have happened with all the people that helped with this. So I just wanted to thank the volunteers: Leslie Williams, May Kerr, Alexandra Domas, Sue Jones, Andrea Ives, Julia Crouch, Debbie Burnside, and Casey Herber. Then our speakers and performers: Matt Brower, Laura Husbeck.
May I stop there? Laura was a really big part of this. Thank you, Laura. I came to Laura, and we got a chance to really get to know each other, and I cannot tell you, without Laura's support, that she opened up this whole space at the old foundry. And much love to you, Laura. So I won't interrupt again.
It's all good. Naomi Siegel, as I'm thanking the rest of the speakers and performers: Janet Marino, Matthew Cosell, Majnoon Anders, our wonderful guitarist that was right here, thank you. Orion Lackey, who played the piano for us, Ellen Murphy, Grace Wishthorn, Rebecca, and can you help me with the pronunciation of Rebecca's last name, please? Rashoda, thank you. Jeff Westcott, Steffa Lawson, Cheryl Redfern, and Elizabeth Mueller, who just finished playing for us. So thank you very much. And then also we did a few pre-recorded sessions, and so I want to thank Annie Reynolds, Marilyn Wren, and Jenny Miller, and also Tree and Sue Davey from Bellicon, who put together a kirtan. So those you can watch online. Do you want to maybe say a little bit more about how they can watch those parts of the show?
Yeah, we're going to actually play the Healing Crystal Bowls tomorrow before tomorrow's show. We're going to get all that organized. I also want to say thank you to Carlton Ide, who put together the music for tonight. We're going to be airing that on peaceday.tv. And so there's space for that, so everybody can watch there. So come back at 8 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. And we know that there's going to be people watching from all over the world, and I appreciate that. I know you are over there, Lynn, so yay, London. And everywhere else. So Nepal and World Peace Prayer Society has been a big part of this. And in Japan and Hiroshima, they did a peace event vigil yesterday. It was actually August 6th at their time. And there's just so many people that I can't even begin to thank them and remember them all. But you are all in our hearts and definitely in our thank yous and gratitude.
Yes. So thank you once again.